Let me start with something that may sound strange at first. The internet was not invented by computers. It wasn't invented by silicon chips, glowing screens, or cables buried underground. The internet began as an idea about how humans share information. Long before electricity, before telegraphs, before machines could calculate anything, human beings were already obsessed with one question: how can we send knowledge beyond ourselves? Empires rose and fell based on communication. Messengers, libraries, archives, all early attempts to network knowledge. But there was a limit. Messages were slow. Information was fragile. And once something was destroyed, it was gone. The dream of a permanent, distributed memory, knowledge that survives distance, time, and destruction, had not yet found its form. Not yet. In the 18th and 19th centuries, something revolutionary happened. Information left the human body. Optical telegraphs used towers and visual signals. Then came the electric telegraph. For the first time in history, information traveled faster than a human. Dots, dashes, electric pulses. This was the first abstraction of communication. Messages became signals. But there was still a problem. Every message required a direct path. If a wire broke, communication died. If a station failed, everything stopped. The system was centralized, fragile, predictable, and history would soon demand something stronger. The mid-20th century introduced a new reality: the Cold War. Governments began to ask terrifying questions. What happens if our communication systems are destroyed in an attack? Traditional networks had a fatal weakness. They relied on central control points. Destroy the center, and everything collapses. So military strategists and scientists started imagining something radical: a communication system with no center at all. A network where every node is equal, where messages find their own path, where destruction makes the system stronger, not weaker. This idea would change everything. Instead of sending a message as one piece, what if you cut it into pieces? Each piece, a packet, could travel independently, through different routes, around damage, and at the destination, the message would be reassembled. This idea is called packet switching. It sounds simple, but it was revolutionary. Traditional communication was like a train. Packet switching was like millions of birds flying independently, yet arriving together. This single idea is the true foundation of the internet. In the late 1960s, a project funded by a military research agency brought theory into reality. The goal was not entertainment, not commerce, not social connection. It was resilience. Computers at distant universities were connected into a single experimental network. This network had a name: ARPANET. At first, only a few machines were connected, but something unexpected happened. Researchers started using the network not just to share computing power, but to communicate with each other. Messages, notes, discussions. Human behavior adapted faster than technology. Email wasn't planned. Online discussion wasn't planned. Communities weren't planned. But once people realized they could talk through machines, they never stopped. And a new problem emerged. Different computers spoke different languages. A universal communication language was designed. Not one machine, not one company, not one nation, but a protocol, a set of rules. This system allowed any network to connect to any other network. A network of networks. This is where the word internet truly comes from. Interconnected networks. No owner, no center, no single point of failure. The internet was never meant to be controlled. It was designed to survive control. As networks grew, something historic occurred. Knowledge escaped physical limits. You no longer needed to be in the same place, or the same institution, or the same country. Information became fluid. This was not just a technical revolution. It was a philosophical one. No dramatic announcement. No single inventor standing on a stage. The internet grew quietly, protocol by protocol, node by node, connection by connection. It did not conquer the world. It emerged inside it. So when we ask, how was the internet invented? The answer is not a date, not a machine, not a person. The internet is the result of humanity's oldest desire to share knowledge beyond time and distance. It is a modern structure built on ancient instincts. And its story did not begin with computers. It began with us.